Before I came decide to record this video, I had a dream that I feel like was kind of strange. I was at home and there was a function. A lot of people that I know were there. I don't remember what the function was about. I just only remember just being there. It's actually strange that when you dream, you just find yourself in a place and you don't even ask questions. Like you are in that place and that's it. You just have to do whatever you're supposed to do. You know what to do actually. And it will make sense to you. And I think the reason why when we're dreaming, we don't really ask questions is because we don't ask enough questions when we in this, in this room. Like we haven't trained ourselves to ask ourselves enough questions. But I've also realized that in our dreams, when we ask questions, we do get answers that will make sense within the dream. So yeah, I wasn't asking any questions. I had no idea what's going on. And I saw money on top of a table. And because I'm the man of the house, I thought that it was my responsibility to keep the money safe. Because there were many people, like in the room, there were many people. And where I live, you can't just leave money on top of a table. It doesn't, like they're gonna take the money. People are broke where I live. They're gonna take the money. So I saw the money on top of the table and I was like, I'm gonna take it and put it in my wallet. Whoever accidentally, because obviously someone would have accidentally left the money. No one would leave money on top of a table if there's many people. It doesn't happen because people are broke. People are gonna take the money. So I was like, I'm gonna put the money inside my wallet so that whoever left the money will come to me. Right? I'm the man of the house. If someone loses something, I'm the one who's supposed to make sure that they get it. So I'm gonna put the money inside my wallet. And everyone said no. Everyone said no. There were like 15, 16 people there inside the room. Everyone said no. And I was like, why are you saying no? They were like, no, whoever left the money, they will find it there. I was like, okay, it's not like you are wrong, but what's wrong with me putting the money inside my wallet? I mean, you have all seen me put the money inside my wallet. So if the person comes back and say they're looking for the money, it's inside my wallet. It's like if you at an event and then someone lost their watch or they lost their cell phone, and then you're like, wow, and you find out maybe it's your event, right? So you're like, I'm gonna take the phone. And everyone said, no, don't take the phone. Whoever lost it is gonna come back and find it. It's like, no, I can't trust y'all. I don't know if there isn't a person who's who have their eyes on the phone. They might take it. So for the phone to be safe, let me keep it so that when someone comes back looking for a phone, I will be the one who will say, yo, this is your phone. So that's what I was thinking, right? Like, yo, if someone comes back and say they lost money, I'll say, this is your money. Everyone saw me take it. But everyone was like, no. Like, it turned into a big argument and I was the only one. And I want you guys to tell me, because I've asked someone this question, like, do you think that I was right? Like in the dream to actually make the decision that I'm going to take the money and put it inside my wallet, because no one agreed. And I think it was weird that in that dream no one agreed with me. Like what I was saying made sense to me. But you can also say Yeah, but whoever left the money is gonna find it. But we also know how people are. People steal money. Like it happens a lot. You can't just leave money like you know on top of a table when there's many people. After waking up, I remember everything that happened in the dream. It was one of the weirdest dreams that I've had because I remembered everything. I remember the conversations. I remember the people that were there. There was nothing. What made this dream strange was that there was nothing strange in the dream. That's what actually made it strange. It's like it seemed real, right? Like me recording a video right now and then waking up and be like, so I was dreaming. It's like it seems real. There's nothing unusual. There's nothing unusual about the dream. It feels real. It's real basically. Like there's no difference between what I'm experiencing now and what I experienced in the dream. It's real. It's all like it's the same thing. When I woke up, I asked myself a very important question. Was there anything that I could have done to turn the dream to my favor? Like, could I have done something to make the dream work for me? Because, yeah, I didn't like the dream. I wouldn't love a dream where everyone is against me. So what would I have done in that dream to make things work for me? Like some of the people are like, yo, I mean, we kind of do get your point. Like everyone was like, no, no. What I'm realizing about life is that there are some experiences that we keep on having, whether we want to have these experiences or not. Like things don't change. Like if everyone looks down on you, it's like everyone is going to look down on you forever. And that's the experience that you're going to have. Can you do something to change that? Can you make people treat you better? You can gain success. Let's say you become a very famous musician, but then still, your peers still look down on you, like forever. Can you do something to change how reality works for you in this world? Because when I think about the dream, I'm like, what could I have done actually to make some people be like, you know what, we do agree with you. Like no one agreed with me. We're talking about more than 16 people. Like no one actually agreed with me. Does it mean that once you enter a dream, once you enter a reality, whatever you experience was kind of like predetermined, like there isn't much that you can do to change your fate? There's a TV series called Dark Matter. I think if you like my videos, especially my videos about consciousness and dreams, I think you should watch that TV series. It's very brilliant. It's about the scientist who found a way to go to different universes. Universes that are very similar to this universe. For example, if in this universe he doesn't have a job, you go to a universe where he does have a job. If in this universe he lost his wife or he doesn't have children and he wants children, he can go to a universe where he has children. But then there will still be visions of him that will be living their lives. So you will have to get rid of the person that's him in that universe. Like you'll have to get rid of himself and then take the life of that person. So he built this box. Like once he enters that box, he'll find himself in this place where there's doors, like unlimited doors. If he opens the door while he's not feeling well emotionally, You will enter a universe where he's having bad experiences. Maybe we'll enter a universe where there's animals that are killing humans, like animals that he doesn't even know that are killing humans. Or we'll enter a universe where there are aliens that are, trying to get rid of everyone. Or enter a universe where the weather conditions are not good at all. But if he's feeling good, we'll enter a universe where everything is beautiful, a universe that's almost identical to the universe that he's from. Doesn't that remind you of something? Doesn't that remind you of dreams? When you dream, your dreams are going to be determined by how you feel. If you sleep feeling broken, feeling alone, feeling like no one has your back, you're probably gonna have a dream where you're a victim. If you sleep and you're feeling like you're great, nothing can stop you, you're probably gonna have great dreams. So my question to you is, if you sleep and then you have a nightmare, can you change that dream while you are in the dream? Is there something that you can do when you're in a dream to make the dream better? To make your experience better in a dream? And I don't think I've been able to do that. That's why after waking up I asked myself, could I have done anything to make those people start to agree with me? Because everyone was not agreeing with me. So is there something that I could have done? Because it's not like they didn't agree with me because I was wrong. You can say that I was wrong, but still, you can be in a dream where you're totally wrong and everyone agrees with you. So it doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. But I want you guys to tell me whether you think I was right or wrong, because we're different. So it will be interesting to hear your thoughts. But it didn't matter whether I was right or wrong. Like within the dream, everyone had to be against me. Everyone had to not agree with me. What do you think that I could have done while I was still in the dream to make the dream work for me? Since reality is very similar to our dreams, since when we're dreaming, we don't know that we're dreaming. You just find yourself in a world that's real, and you believe that it's real. Just like, you are in a world that you think is real. Do you think that there is something that you can do in this reality to make your experience better? And I'm not talking about you working hard. I'm not talking about you changing your lifestyle. Because I think if you are in a dream and it's not a good dream, like it's supposed to be a nightmare, it doesn't really matter what you do. If it's a nightmare, it's a nightmare. If you're having a dream where you're being chased by monsters, being chased by shapeshifters, like no matter what you do, there will always be these shapeshifters that will be chasing you. So if you're having a dream where you're being chased by shapeshifters, what do you do to make your experience better in that dream? If you're having a life where things are really not working in your favor, because I can't blame anyone, to be honest with you. Yes, it's good to have like a winning mentality. I know some people will say, no, if you talk about winning, it means that you are agreeing that things should be this way. Like, you're actually contradicting yourself. No, I'm talking about you winning in your own life, in your own way, right? There are things that you want in your life. It's not like there's a human who doesn't want anything, right? We all want something. If you are sick, you want to be healthy. Like, I made a video where I was talking about, people stopping feeling sorry for themselves, try to consciously create reality. What I'm really saying is this: you can find yourself in a really bad situation, and then make it worse because of your attitude, right? It doesn't mean that just because we're in a hell room. I mean, I know we're in a hell room. It doesn't mean that if I'm in a bad situation, I should just be like, I'm in a bad situation and that's it. Like, that's it. It's over. Like, no, I must try whatever I can to pull myself out of that situation, because the more I experience bad things, the more I feel these negative emotions, and the more I feel these outcomes. So some people said, I remember on the video and on the comments of that video, some people said, I'm actually feeding the matrix if I believe in competition. I'm not saying I believe in competition. What I'm saying is, we all want something. That is 100% true. We all want something. If you are sick, you want to be healthy. If you don't have anything, you don't even have a home, you do want a home, right? If you don't have a bed, you do want a bed. You know what I mean? We all want something. Some people want relationships. There's nothing wrong with being alone. You can actually be alone and be okay, but some people want relationships. So what I'm saying to you is that this universe made it much harder for some people to get what they want. So you have to know that. I'm not saying now go out there and make this matrix reach by giving it all your energy while you're trying to get what you want. No, that's not what I'm saying. The question is, can you make things work in your favor without really doing much, really? Maybe with just your thoughts. Could I have thought about the situation differently and actually had positive results? The more I ask myself that question, the more I realize what the answer has always been. Because if I can answer this question, I can actually make things better for myself. If I'm in a dream where negative things are happening and it doesn't matter what I do, what is the answer? Because I don't want to experience negative things. What is really the answer? Because there are some things that we just can't change about this reality. Even if we try, you can't change some things about this world. It is the way that it is. And the answer has always been one. And I've already given you this answer before. But I see that many people still make the mistake of taking things a bit too seriously, and I think that is contributing deeply to our suffering. Can you imagine if those people debated with me and argued with me and told me that no, you leave the money? I was like, I took the money and put it inside my wallet and be like, think what you think, I don't care. Or leave the money, it is what it is, I don't care. Why should I care? But the problem is that I did care. And because of that, I felt all kinds of emotions in the dream because I did care. I was like, no, I have to protect this person's money. I don't know who it is, but this is like, I'm the man of the house, and I should be responsible for everything that happens here. But I could have been like, I don't care. I'm just going to take the money and put it inside my wallet, no matter what anyone says. Because at the end of the day, man, the people who like you will still like you even if you make mistakes, especially if it's not big mistakes. It's not like if a person doesn't agree with you, because I think a lot of people want to be people pleasers, right? Like you want everyone, like you believe that you're not worthy of, I don't know, like you're not worthy of love, or no one should ever like you, no one should ever side with you. So you feel like you have to be too nice. You have to become a people pleaser. Like even if you feel like you are right, but you're like, okay, because a lot of people are saying that I'm wrong, then I must agree that I'm wrong, even though I'm not wrong, even though I don't feel like I'm wrong. So what if I just took the money and put it inside my wallet without trying to reason with anyone, just because I truly felt like I was not wrong? The answer has always been detachment. It doesn't matter what reality you're experiencing. You could have a dream where you are being chased by monsters. You could have a dream where you are broke. You could have a dream where everyone is against you. You could have a dream where no one really likes you. You could have a dream where you're broke as they come. You have nothing. But if you didn't care, you're like, you know what? The real truth is that we're not really in control, and that is true. You know, let me not give this dream or this reality my energy by caring. I can do whatever I want to do, it's fine. If I feel like to get what I want, I have to do some things, I'll do these things, but I don't really care. Like whatever happens, you know, because I'm not really in control. And that is true. It's like you no matter how resilient you are, or no matter how hard you work, in the end, nature or the universe will determine your fate. You can increase your chances of getting the positive results or the results that you want, but in the end, it's the universe that will decide. Like you can do things so perfectly and still lose. That's the truth. But you can also increase your chances of winning. You can increase your chances of getting what you want. That's what I mean by winning, by the way. I'm not saying go out there and compete with people and all that. It's just that in life, it seems like you must do something to get what you want. It's not like you just get what you want out of nowhere. Life wasn't programmed that way, and you know that also tells us that it's a hell room, because it's not easy to get what you want. Like you have to go through real obstacles to get what you want. I remember giving you this example that it's more like a game. Some people are playing at stages that are actually hard. Some people are playing at stages that are really easy. That's why you shouldn't even compare yourself to other people. Find that like things are really hard for you, like you constantly get negative results and you kind of like used to that. It doesn't automatically mean that that's it. You know, I've found myself in many situations where it felt like I will never ever be like make things work out for me, but then things end up working out for me just because I was more resilient, I was more persistent, or I did things a bit differently. But really the answer has always been detachment. I think the more we stress about the things that happen in our lives, the more we feed this reality. Let me put it that way. The more we make this reality real. You know, the more you stress about the things that happen in your life, the more you make this reality real. And let's get to a point where it really doesn't matter, you know. You're like, but why? Why should I care, really, man? I was born this way. I am the way that I am. I don't have maybe this. I don't have that. Some people have these things and they didn't work as hard as I did. Like, why should I blame myself? I think if you lift the weight off your shoulders, you will actually be able to take reality for a ride. You're like, I don't really care. Let me just do what I want to do. Let whatever happens happen. Let me see. Let me see how this game is going to be. Than to, because here's the thing: we let our fears, our insecurities, hold us back. And I think the real battle isn't a battle against the hell rim itself. I think it's the battle within. I think that's the real battle. It is a hell rim. I'm not going to lie to you. I've done enough work. I can tell you without any doubt in my mind that we are in a hell rim. You know, we are in a realm that's not for us, right? Like, it's not meant for us to thrive. You know, if we've had different dreams. We've had dreams where, you know, things were working out for us. The dream that I just had, it was not a dream that was like waking up. Like, it was a hell dream. I'm gonna call it a hell dream. But I've had dreams where, you know, whatever I touch turns to gold. Even if some things don't work out, but you can tell that in this dream a lot of things are gonna work out for me. It's like if you're playing Aviator, right? There's what they call, I think they call it rush hour or something like that. You find that when you're playing Aviator, you make more money during that time. Like when the plane flies, it flies a bit longer than it does, you know, most of the time. So, and that's the perfect time for you to be actually making cash. So if you actually want to make cash playing Aviator, you just have to wait for rush hour. But you never know. That's the problem. It's like you never know if it's rush hour. But you have to know if now it's not the time for you to win. Like now is the time for you to lose. You know, you could try whatever you can, still you're going to lose. You find that the plane doesn't fly higher. The whole hour you're not making money. So it's like that with dreams. It's like there's some dreams that are just bad, right? There's nothing that you can do. So it's like this with this reality. It's like that with this reality. Like it's bad, right? And that's what is true. That's why I'm calling it a hell room. We can't pretend as if it's not a hell room, if it is a hell room. But can we make our experiences better in a hell room? And my answer is yes. I do think that we need to truly, like, learn to practice detachment, for real. Like, you detach yourself from things than to try to own your situations, because I think that's what we're trying to do sometimes. Like, we're trying so hard to solve the problems that we have. Maybe there's a person who turned their backs on us. They don't want to talk to us. She's like, yeah, I gotta fix that. I got it. That's you trying to own whatever is happening to you. Like, you make it your fault. I want you to know this. There are people who have messed up a lot in their lives and they still kept their friends. If there's a friend who say they don't want to talk to you, or you seem distant because you made a mistake, trying to own the situation might actually make it worse. I'm not saying you mustn't account for the things that you have done. You mustn't explain the things that you have done. You mustn't apologize if you've done something wrong. No, you must apologize. It's important. But owning your situation would actually make things worse for you. Sometimes you must just let life be life. You must let this dream be the dream that it is, without trying to do too much. And if you want to do something, make sure that you're not emotionally invested. Because that's the real problem, is that sometimes we are too damn emotionally invested and we suffer a lot because of that. If you are in a dream and you're too emotionally invested, of course you're going to suffer. Because some dreams are just bad. Regardless of what you do, you know, it's if the dream is bad, the dream is bad. You can do whatever you want to do, but still, if the dream is bad, the dream is bad. Yes, maybe some actions are going to make the dream a little better, If, for example, in the dream that I had, I was like, you know what, I understand what all of you are saying, and I do agree with what all of you are saying, but this is my decision. I think even though you all don't agree with me, and I respect your opinions, it's very possible that I might be wrong, but let me just keep the money. That's what they probably would have agreed. Not because they actually agree with what I'm saying, but because I've said things that actually make sense, and so yes, there are some things that you can do to make your situation a little better, but it wouldn't really change the dream itself. What I would have said wouldn't have changed their opinions. It means that that's how they feel, that it's not best for me to take the money. I must leave it there. A nightmare will always be a nightmare. A hell room will always be a hell room. There's a reason why things have always been like this. Because we might try to tell ourselves stories about how things went wrong. No, things have always been wrong. Right? It doesn't really matter what you do. Like, things are just wrong. It's not like life change. Like, it doesn't really change. It doesn't matter what kind of technology we end up discovering. Life doesn't change. It's just become a bit more complicated, but you'd see that the laws of the dream or the laws of the universe are still the same. When I say you must practice detachment, a lot of people, I think they think I'm saying isolate yourself, do nothing, and that is real detachment. You can decide to isolate yourself and still want to connect with the world. Still want some things, but you're just scared. So you've isolated yourself, but you still attached to the realm, to this realm. So detachment is in actually like is in you not doing anything or not being part of this world, right? You can practice detachment more effectively if you're not doing a lot of things, but that's not what detachment actually means. It means that you are in this world, but you're not attached to it. You do wake up and bath and go and buy something at the store, but you're not taking anything too damn seriously. You do interact with people. Let them say what they want to say. Let them do what they want to do. But you're not attached. You're like, oh, you say this about me? Fine. I don't really care. You can have your opinions about me. So some people think that detachment means that you don't even allow people to have opinions about you. Like, you've isolated yourself completely, that no one ever gets to interact with you. That is detachment. No, if you wish that you could like interact with people, but you're not interacting with anyone, it wouldn't actually mean that you've detached yourself. It will mean that you're playing it too safe. You see? And some people are playing it too safe and they're calling it detachment. Like, we must understand what is possible about reality. Like, if it's a dream and we experience dreams the way that we experience this reality, maybe we shouldn't take it so damn seriously. And even if it wasn't a dream, why take something so seriously that you don't really control? It will be like if you're watching soccer and your favorite team was losing, and you became very emotional. We've watched so many videos of people destroying their TVs because their favorite team lost. Like, to you, it's a big deal. Like, yeah, my favorite team lost, so I'm so angry. You know what I mean? Like, no, don't take. It's just a game. That's what it is. You watch professional wrestling, and your favorite fighter loses, and you're angry. And it does. And I think this is the perfect example that I can give you, actually. That it's not serious, but then you're taking it too damn seriously. It's the people who take life too damn seriously that suffer the most. It's like, just let it be. It's not real. And like, how can it be real? If everything is actually happening, it seems to be happening on its own. Like, what actually makes it real? The fact that you're experiencing it, that's what actually makes it real. It's like, it's just happening. There's nothing about reality that says it's actually real. There's nothing. Just because you're experiencing something doesn't actually mean that it's real. We have never gotten like a confirmation that we're in the real world. Things are just happening. You're just watching things happen, and you just decided that what is happening is important, what is happening is real, and you must react to these things. Maybe sometimes you must just be like, I'm not in control, bro. If I was in control, my life would be like 100 times better than it is, but I'm not. I'm not in control. Yeah, sometimes you must just give up. Like I said, I'm not in control. I can't act like I'm in control, because the more I act like I'm in control, the more I suffer. This reminds me of, like, there's this game that we used to play. I forgot the name of the game. It was like an arcade, what do they call it? Arcade game. Yeah. Like, they had these boxes where you like insert money and then you play the game. So I remember I was playing with my friend. We were young, we liked that game. Whenever we got money, we didn't even eat at school because we wanted to save money to play the game. Like, we liked that game, bro. The game was dope. So it was these two characters that were climbing on a like mountain, and they were shooting at some balls. And then after, like, if you shoot they were shooting at these things, and then they will turn into balls. After shooting these things and they turn into balls, you kick them. You kick the ball, and then it will kill the other characters that are trying to, like, fight you in the game. So we used to play. So I remember I was playing with my friend. Me and him are a team. I confused his character with mine. So I'm busy moving the control like this, thinking that it's actually like I'm playing my character while I'm playing his character. And it's not doing anything, really. My character is just moving around on its own. We ended up laughing about it. But the reason why I'm telling this story is it's the same thing with reality. It's like I'm emotionally invested on something that I'm not truly in control of, right? I'm thinking that I'm in control while I'm not in control. You watch soccer and you want your favorite team to win, and if it doesn't win, you're angry. Whenever they lose, you're angry. You see, you're making yourself suffer over something that you can't control, over something that is happening, and whether you're watching it or not, it doesn't matter. The result will be, you don't have influence over what happens. So you can get angry, you can scream, you can decide not to eat, you can stress, but it doesn't really matter. So that's what I'm saying. The answer is detachment. It's me deciding that, you know what, I'm gonna pull back and watch reality happens. Do what I think I must do, but I'm not attached, things are just going to be what they are. I'm not going to be attached to the things that be happening, because why? If I'm not truly in control. Having the right mentality in this realm is a good thing. You giving up control doesn't mean that you don't do what you think you should do. You don't become like the best version of yourself. Like if you look at what happened last year, like the way that you behaved last year, are you proud of yourself? Be like, yo, I've reacted in like the best way possible to this situation. Or you look at what happened, like the way that you lived your life last year and just feel disappointed. Like all of that does matter, right? But we must also realize that we're not really in control. It doesn't matter if you are perfect. It doesn't matter if you are very confident. It doesn't matter if you stand for the truth. It doesn't matter if you are real. None of it really matters. Like in the end, it's the universe itself or the matrix itself that's gonna make the final decision. Or your subconscious, like whatever it is. But you don't have the final word. You can only increase your chances of making things work in your favor. So yeah, if you have the right kind of mentality in this room, you can make things work in your favor. You can break some rules. You can actually do things that are not expected. I've seen some people get what they want because they were more resilient than others. Because they tried a bit harder. Because they believed in themselves more than everyone else. But in the end, it's the matrix that has the final word in this room. But do what you feel you can, while you are detached from a lot of things, so that if you get negative results, like it doesn't affect you that much. You don't produce a lot of loose just because you got negative results. You got results that you didn't want. It's not easy to get the result that we want in this room, man. That's why we say some people are lucky. It's like we don't know how they did it. It's like because they've never really done anything to have what you wanted. They haven't done much, really. Yes, there's some people who have worked for what they have. You can look at someone like David Goggins. Is it David Goggins? I'm not really sure if his first name is David, but Goggins, you know him. Goggins has like done a lot of things that a lot of people are not willing to do. We're talking about a guy, like I've watched videos of him working out with UFC fighters, with real athletes. If you're a fighter, you're a real athlete, and they give up. The last fighter that I saw him working out with was Israel at the signing. He was a UFC champion, middleweight champion. But he couldn't keep up. Like Goggins kept on pushing, and Adesanya ended up giving up. If you ask any UFC fan, like between 2015 and 2020, who is a cardio machine in the UFC, like who is a fighter that has cardio, like they don't get tired, everyone will tell you that it's Tony Ferguson. For his last fight, I think he trained with Goggins, and You also gave up. Like you got tired. Goggins kept on going. So yes, you can really push it so far that even the matrix can limit you. Yes, we have seen that happens, but in most cases it boils down to luck. You know, in most cases it really does boil down to luck. It really does boil down to the universe saying, I want to create this story. I want to create a story where this person has what they want. That's what I'm saying. You must be detached. The same way that you'll be detached if you're watching soccer, knowing them well that you're not in control. You don't scream at your TV. That's not healthy because you're not in control. You can scream at your TV all you want, but it doesn't mean that your favorite team is going to win. So you might scream all you want about the things that be happening in this real realm, but it doesn't mean that things are going to work in your favor. You might get as emotional as you want to. That doesn't mean that things are going to work in your favor. So the answer is detachment. It's you deciding that, you know what, I'm not in control of this. I don't know how to control it. Things just seem to be happening, you know. I'm going back to my room. I might find that there's nothing in my room because someone stole it. I didn't control that. I didn't make that happen. Should I scream? You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not in control. I'm doing what I can. I have the right mentality, and it's important that you have the right mentality, but it doesn't mean that you're in control. It just means that you're doing what you can to have better results, so that it doesn't feel so odd when things, you know, end up working in your favor. Like, it doesn't feel like you didn't deserve for things to work in your favor, because you are here, you are in this realm, you are experiencing this reality. See, when you detach yourself, you don't feel these negative emotions that you normally feel. And if it really matters how you feel, before we enter a dream, before our day starts, before we do anything at all, then maybe that can influence the results of what we're trying to achieve. Just like in the TV series Dark Matter, before they will open a door, like, it will matter how they're feeling, you know. And if you look at things practically, you would realize that even in this room, it kind of works that way, doesn't it? If you feel positive about something, you're probably going to perform better than if you feel negative. Like, if you are feeling all these negative emotions before you do something, you're probably going to get negative results. As a guy, before you approach a girl, if you are too damn scared, you feel like you can't have her, she's sensing that, and you're not going to get positive results 100%. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Go, like, to a place where you're supposed to get approved of by people. Like, it's if you are feeling all these negative emotions, obviously that's going to affect your performance, right? And the more invested you are, the more you feel all these negative emotions, the more you feel the pressure. I remember when Jose Aldo fought Conor McGregor, Joe Rogan was saying something very important before they fought. Conor McGregor won that fight in like 13 seconds, and it was a title match, and Jose Aldo had not lost a fight in years, bro. I think he had not lost a fight in 10 years. So he was considered the best featherweight of all time. Joe Rogan said something when he looked at the body language that, Conor looks loose and free, and Aldo looks stiff. He looks like he's feeling the pressure. And they started to fight, and Conor beat him in like 13 seconds. He knocked him out in 13 seconds. I've watched a lot of MMA matches, and it was very easy for me to tell who's gonna win and who's gonna lose just as the round begins. But like, okay, this guy is going to lose. Like, he looks too stiff, he looks too scared, and I've been right most of the time. So it does matter how you enter your dreams. If you sleep feeling too bad because of something that has happened, your dreams are not going to be good. You're not going to have the kind of dreams that you want to have. And also, if you try to do something but then you're feeling all these negative emotions because you're too invested, then of course you're not going to get the results that you want. So that's why I'm saying detachment. When I think of different scenarios with different dreams, I think it has always been the answer. I must not be too them attached, because I'm not fully in control of this realm. Things just happen. I don't know, like right now I'm going back to my room. I don't know who I'm going to meet in the street. I don't know who I'm going to talk to. I don't know what I'm going to find on my phone, what messages I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? So should I be too damn attached that if something happens I'm going to scream, oh, I received this message and I hate that I received this message, this person said this person did this? It's like, it's just reality, bro. Like, I'm not really in control. I'm just doing the best that I can as a human, but I'm not really in control. I can't. If I decided now that I'm a millionaire, I'm not going to be a millionaire. It's reality that decides. I could scream all I want because I want to become a millionaire, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to become a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. It has never worked that way. So maybe we must acknowledge that we're not truly in control. Even though we want to be in control, I mean, it will be fun. I mean, every human wants to be in control, but you're not. When I see this board, I remember in 2013, I wanted to be an actor, and I went to some auditions somewhere in Joburg. I didn't win. I thought I killed it, but well, the judges didn't see it the same. I didn't even think a lot about it. I was like, it is what it is. I didn't feel like, it's so bad, and then I got angry. Like, no, it is what it is. I didn't win. I did want to win. I can't pretend as if I didn't want to win, but the real truth is that I didn't. It was not up to me. Does it mean that I must beat myself up? It's not totally up to you. You could do stupid things and still win in this realm and still get what you want in this dream. You can do the right things, like things that everyone knows are the things that you must do to get what you want, and still don't get what you want. You can. You can be the most disciplined human on earth. You can be David Goggins. His name is David. And still things don't work in your favor. Let's say you try to work out like him every day. When you wake up in the morning, you're working out, all that, but then you get sick or you get hit by a car, and your dreams of becoming like David, end. You never know what's gonna happen. That's why I'm telling you that reality has the final word. Consciousness has the final word. Matrix has the final word. It's not a kind of reality where we can be on top of it and just make whatever we want to see happen. So yes, you can consciously choose what you want to experience by being resilient and focusing more on it. And that's a good thing, and I encourage everyone to try that. I've made a video telling you all that stop feeling sorry for yourself, try to consciously create reality, but in the end it's not really up to us. Thank you all guys for watching until the end.